This girl owned 160 acres of oil fields. Many people coveted this land day and night. One night, her ever-vigilant mother retrieved the land deed from the bottom of a box. The whole family dug up the soil behind the house and reburied it, just in case. Sure enough, just as they finished burying it, car headlights appeared in the distance. Several armed men burst into the house and began searching everywhere for the land deed. Sarah gripped her mother's hand tightly, trembling with fear. At that moment, she understood one thing. The oil underground was not just wealth, but also a sword hanging over her entire family's heads. One day, Sarah stumbled upon an oil field camp and met Bert, who offered her a glass of water. At that moment, Bert was also looking for the next profitable oil field. Sarah immediately saw an opportunity and told him that there was oil on her land. She invited him to drill. After a long discussion, the two reached an agreement. Since there was already usable equipment on the land, the profits would be split 50-50. Their collaboration began with a glass of lemonade. Although Bert thought this eccentric girl might have too much of an imagination, when he finally arrived at the site, he fell silent. The shape of the land, a dome-shaped anticline structure. Everything indicated that the oil layer might be beneath their feet. He remained silent for a long time, finally deciding to go all in. Soon, the drilling platform roared again. The drill reached a depth of 1,400 feet. But when it reached 1,500 feet, disaster struck. The drill bit got stuck. The drill bit broke. Worse still, the most important drill bit was stuck exactly 1,500 feet underground. Now they faced a choice: abandon the well.
First of all, that's going to require muchos explosivos.
But the explosives would cost money. Repairing the equipment would cost money. They couldn't even scrape together the $30 in taxes, let alone buy new equipment. To see if there was still hope, they decided to collect some oil samples for analysis. But the large company's lab charged 10 cents per minute. Bert emptied all his pockets. The coins clinked. He finally scraped together the money. A few hours later, the results came in. The chemist said the oil was of very poor quality and the seawater was heavily polluted, so the oil they found was worthless. Hearing this, Sarah was very disappointed, but the experienced Bert seemed unsurprised. He and Sarah sat on the steps outside the lab, as if waiting for something. After a long while, Sarah couldn't help but ask, "When are they going home?" Bert simply replied, "Wait a little longer." Sure enough, before leaving Get Off Work, the chemist quietly slipped out. Bert quickly stepped forward and stopped him. The chemist held the bottle of oil in his hand, which he had previously declared useless. The chemist's face turned pale instantly. Finally, he confessed everything. He said Hippo Oil Company paid him to keep quiet and lied that the oil was garbage. But in reality, that sample was the best crude oil he had ever seen. To save his life, he only dared to say this. Sarah stood in the wind, clenching her fists. Now she understood lies can be layered. The white boss who moved the equipment was a lie. Saying they were abandoning the oil well was also a lie. Even the lab reports were falsified. The only truth was, they wanted to seize his land.